Hello everyone, we've got a conditional probability question here. It's the last question on a paper and I think it's really tricky. It says there are only red counters and yellow counters in a box. 3/5 of the counters are red. Sophie takes at random 2 counters from the box. The probability that the 2 counters are the same colour is 41/80. Work out the number of yellow counters in the box. You must show all of your working. Right, let's have a little think about this then. So let's get a tree diagram to kind of visualize the options that are available to Sophie. So when she takes we've got red and yellow. So red and yellow and red and yellow and red and yellow. Now, the probability, if 3/5 of them are red, then the probability of a red is just going to be 3/5. And the probability of a yellow is therefore going to be 2/5. That's fine. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky in my opinion. When Sophie goes to reach into the box to take the second counter, you might think, oh, we should just say it's going to be 2/4 here, because that's going to go down by 1 and that's going to go down by 1. However, we can't do that because we don't know how many counters there were in the box. So rather challengingly, I think, what we've got to do is say, let's imagine that there were X counters in the box, okay, in the first place. So therefore, the probability here is going to be X minus 1 is going to be our denominator, okay? And then in the numerator, the total number of counters that were red was 3/5 of X. So then it's going to be 3/5 of X minus 1. Now that, I think, is a super tricky idea, okay? Let's have a look down here for the yellow. The total number of counters is now X minus 1. The number that were yellow was 2/5 of X, but there is now 1 less, okay? Now I do think that that is really tricky. And I've written here, just by the way, as an aside, we've got all the probabilities we need now to be able to solve this question, but we could rethink about the probabilities that we're facing Sophie for the first choice. We could have said here that there were X counters in the box when Sophie first reached in. And we could have said that 3/5 of the X was the number that were red. Okay, so if you want, just finding it more consistent to visualize, we could have written that like that. So the number that were red was 3/5 of the total number, and the total number was X. Now that could also be rewritten as 3x/5 times by 1/x, okay? And then those x's cancel, so we end up with 3/5, you see? So that's an alternative way of thinking about Sophie's choice when she first reached into the box, okay? So if that helps, because here it might be useful to think about it that way, because it makes it clearer that if this was the number of red before Sophie selected, then if Sophie picked a red first time, the number of red the second time would be 1 less than that. And if this was the total number that was in the box the first time, then when Sophie had selected 1, there's now going to be 1 less, okay? And the same argument, by the way, applies for the yellow. We could have said that the number of counters in the box originally was X. The proportion of those that were yellow was 2/5 of X. And that's the same as 2/5 X times by 1/X, which is the same as 2/5, okay? So we could have thought about that same argument for that one there. Okay, so suffice it to say, when Sophie first selected a red, it was 3/5, but for her second choice, we've got this rather unusual fraction here. Her first choice for yellow was probability of 2/5, and her second choice of yellow is that rather unusual fraction there. Now, the probability of red or yellow is 41/80. So let's just try and write down an algebraic expression to represent that. So here we go. So let's just write this down. So what we're saying is, so we can see everything there, the probability of red or probability of yellow equals 41/80. Now red is going to be 3/5, because remember we times along the branches, 3/5 times by 3/5 x minus 1, over x minus 1. So that's red, red, plus yellow, yellow, which is 2/5 times by 2/5 of x minus 1 over x minus 1. So that's yellow, yellow, equals 41 over 80. Notice that we didn't need to worry about these branches here because we were only concerned with red, red or yellow, yellow. And because we've got the word or here, that's why there's a plus. So you can either have, for them to be the same colour, it's red, red or yellow, yellow. Okay, so now we've got to, basically to solve this question, we need to solve this rather horrific looking equation. And let's have a think about this. I'm going to try and write it in a way that makes it really clear for everyone to follow. So we've got 3/5, okay? I'll write it again in a way that just makes it a bit easier to see what's happening. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that. I can just go straight into describing it. It's kind of like clear enough in the line above. So let's have a good look then. So what we're going to say is 3 times all the numerator and 5 times all the denominator, because when we times our fractions, you just do the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator. So we're going to have 3 times by 3/5 x minus 1 over 5 times by x minus 1. So that's just that one times that one over that one times that one. And similarly over here, we're going to have 2 times by 2 over 5 x minus 1. So that one times that one over that one times that one. And that again is 5 times x minus 1 equals 41 over 80. Okay, so let's now times both sides of the fraction by 5x minus 1 because we've got a common denominator here, so we can do that. So we're going to have 3, open bracket, 3/5 x minus 1 minus, whoops, make sure it's minus 1, plus 2 times by 2/5 x minus 1 equals 41 over 80 times by 5 x minus 5. Now what I've done there is, admittedly, I have expanded that bracket and rewritten that as 5x minus 5, okay? I don't think I necessarily particularly needed to do that actually, but I've done it anyway. So now let's expand these brackets. So 3 times 3 is 9, so this is 9 over 5x. 3 times 1 is minus 3. 2 times 2 is 4x over 5. 2 times 1 minus 1 is minus 2. So I've just done that one times that one, that one times that one, that one times that one, that times that one. And that is all equal to 41. Now, I might take that 5 back out, to be honest here, because 5 divided by 80, I think is, let's have a look. So if we go, we're going to do 5 divided by 80 is 1 over 16. So that cancels down to 16 if I think of that as x minus 1. So I've just taken that 5 out and cancelled it down with the 80. So that goes to that stage there. Okay, so this is looking all right. So let's times everything by 5 to get rid of this fraction here. And we could times everything by 16 as well. So hang on, let's do that. So we're going to do 5 times by 16 is 80. So I'm going to times everything by 80 to get rid of all of this. Let's just write that down. So 80 times by 9 over 5 x minus 3 times by 80 plus 4x over 5 times 80 minus 2 times by 80 is equal to 41 over 16 times x minus 1 times 80. Okay, so now let's see what this is going to simplify down into. So 80 times 9 over 5, so 80 times 9 divided by 5 is 144. So 144x goes there. This is going to go to minus 240 there. And then we're going to have plus 4 times 80 divided by 5. So 4 times by 80 divided by 5 is 64. Plus 64x there, and that's going to be minus 160 because it's 2 times 80. It's going to equal 80 divided by 16, which is going to be 5, and then we're going to have that times by 41, so 5 times by 41 is 205. So that's going to go to 205x, and it's going to go to that should say there, it should say -1. And then this is going to go to -205, because we're going to have 41 over 16 times 80, which is going to be 41 times by 5, and 41 times by 5 is 205. So 41 times by 5 is 205. Okay, so now it's time to collect like terms. So 144 add 64 is 208, so 208x, and we add those two together. And then 240 and the 160 is going to be 400, so minus 400, so we've done that, is equal to 205x minus 205. So now 208 minus 205 is 3x, that one take away that one is 3x, and 400 take away 205 is 195. So x, which is, remember, is the total number of counters in the box, is 195 divided by 3, which is 65. So 65 is the total number of counters in the box, okay? Now, we want to know the number that are yellow, and yellow is going to be 2/5 of the 65, and 2/5 of 65 is 65 times by 0.4, which is 26. So there are 26 yellow counters in the box. So super tricky question there. Yeah, I hope you found that helpful. Remember, if you're finding these videos helpful, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that's going to help me keep on making more videos for you moving forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next question.